All right. Thank you for being here. Sincere apologies that you were just seeing my face. Forgot to do one or two things. But here we are. I hope you can hear me. All right. Can I hear you? All right. Yeah, I can hear you there. Good morning to you once again, wherever you are. And just as I said, if whatever time of the day it is, good day to you. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the program Spring Delight from Western Spring Television, your award-winning television station. Any day, anytime. Super excited to be here. How are we doing? How's the weekend panning out? You got Owambes? All right. I know I got one or two, but then it's always a pleasure to be here on this show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're joining us for the very first time, hey, quite a whole lot we will be doing on the show, but basically we had kick-started earlier showing you from the aerobics and from the gym where we need to do the right things by keeping fit. It's needed. It's necessary. So keeping fit does quite a whole lot for us and with us. So welcome to the show for today. Tunde Idowu is my name at Irresistible TD on X. And this is what we do every Saturday from this hour till much later in the morning. I'd like to say sincere appreciation to the entire team for relentlessly working hard to make sure that you get to hear us and you get to see us on this program any day and every time. Welcome once again. Let's get down to the business of the morning. If you have celebrated your birthday this week, you have celebrated in the course of this week, or today's your birthday, I would like to say congratulations to you. Most especially, I'd like to say congratulations to a dear friend, brother, and colleague, Charles Adeyemi. Today's your birthday. We say congratulations to you. Many wonderful years ahead for you. And not forgetting, I won't forget, another dear and amazing sister here, Suliyat Kende Abolaji, Suliyat Taiwo. We call you Susu, Yellow Diarrhea. You see her on a couple of programs on this station. It was your birthday. I would say congratulations to you, sis. Many more Susuful years. I hope there's anything like that. Susuful years ahead for you. And after birthday, you know what we are all anticipating. Yeah, after birthday, the senior birthday. We can't wait. Blessed years ahead for you. All right, let's celebrate with those who are celebrating today and who had actually celebrated in the course of the week. When we return, we will have also Today in History and My Work, My Pride. Our guest is around the corner. We'll be talking to him. It's a congratulatory program for him. It's also a point where we want to get to know what his vision is and will be for where he has just attained that position. All right, sit back, relax. Let's enjoy the ride together on Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. I'll be right back. Welcome back. And that's to everyone who uh, celebrates his or her birthday on a day such as this, or you probably had done it in the course of the week. Peter Etobo, Solid Star. Yeah, I like that young man. Solid Star, Brian Okere, quite a whole lot of people. Let me tell you, I think I saw that video there as well. Congratulations to all of you, and we wish you the very best of years and years and years on this journey called life. Quite a whole lot is still going to be brought to your viewing pleasure on the show for today. Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. And at this juncture, there's this thing we sat back here to discuss that life is just it's like a process. It moves from one spot to the other. Yesterday night, I probably had met you as a single young man, in which we all probably went for your bachelor's eve. And today, Saturday morning, you're heading to the altar to become Mr. Or Mrs. Life is just a funny process that it comes. Why am I saying this? You won't understand until I probably open up totally for you. The last time I had the opportunity of sitting with my guest on the show for today, I don't want. He's not just he was a doctor. He is still a doctor, but then the level at which he was then, the level at which he is now is commendable. And we'd like to first of all use this opportunity on behalf of Chairman Dr. Femi Adeola to congratulate the CMD, the Chief Medical Director of Uniosun Teaching Hospital, no other person but Dr. Babatunde Adeola Emmanuel, on this position of yours. Congratulations and good morning to you, sir.
Yes, good morning, and thank you for having me at springtime this morning.
Honestly, it's I don't know how it is, because I think the last time we sat together, you were on Uniosun Medical Half Hour on Rave 91.7 FM, our sister station, where we of course, every Thursday that program comes up. We discuss quite a whole lot. And months later, you're sitting also with me. It is an honor. It's a pleasure.
Yes.
As the CMD Uniosun Teaching Hospital. How does this feel?
First and foremost, I want to use this opportunity to appreciate God Almighty for this opportunity that He has given to me to attain this height as the CMD of Uniosun Teaching Hospital. I will not but also appreciate His Excellency, the Asiwaju of Edeland, Senator Nuruddin Jackson Adeleke, and the cabinet.
Yes,
also appreciating our grandfather, Dr. Deji Adeleke, among other people, my chairman, the chairman of the board, Right Honorable Niyo Wolade, and the entire management of Uniosun Teaching Hospital, with all member of staff, for making it an opportunity to attend this height as the CMD of Uniosun Teaching Hospital. Just to answer that question, I want to say that I see it as a divine intervention. I see it as ordinance of God. I see it as a fulfillment of God's mandate. Because among many, if God singles you out to attain that kind of height, you should see it as a real privilege.
Absolutely.
And you shouldn't take such an opportunity for granted, because all highs, all hopes are on you to ensure that you bring to light a transformation that is going to drive that system to a greater height. So I see it as a real opportunity, and I want to thank God for it.
You've taken the bull by the horn at this, by telling us, of course, it's a height that, it calls for quite a whole lot.
Yes.
And looking at what it looks like at this moment in time, the vision, of course, that you have to drive that great hospital to that pedestal that it should be, you want it to be, that this administration of His Excellency wants it to be. Can you share with us what that vision looks like?
Thank you very much. I want to say that the Excellency has got a robust plan on Earth platform for the citizenry of the state.
Right.
Can see a lot that is happening on the issue of constructions of roads and all the like.
Yeah.
And I want to believe that I held the transformation agenda of His Excellency on Earth platform. And I could see that he has a robust plan for the populace. And we have key into this agenda.
Yeah.
And this agenda speaks to ensuring that the hospital and people of Osun State get the best of care at all times. Because the only teaching hospital that we have in Osun as of today is Uniosun Teaching Hospital. We have primary, secondary, healthcare sector. Or the only tertiary teaching hospital that we have is Uniosun Teaching Hospital. And we have a vision of making it a tertiary institution of note, where you produce doctors and then put people in place in such a way that the hospital is going to address the core aspect of humanity and train the best of hands as doctors all over the world. As I want to say that teaching hospital is meant for three main assignments.
Okay.
One is clinical services, is for training and also for research. Having gone through and see a lot of challenge in the health sector, I have come down with 5-pillar agenda. And this pillar agenda is to address all these problems. The first pillar is to address the issue of human resources. In Uniosun, as of today, some people are demoralized. Some people are not happy doing what they are doing in view of what they have passed through in the past. So one of the things is want to make sure that we build their hope. We want to assure them that things is going to get better. We need to collaborate together. We need to work together to ensure that this hospital gets to a greater height. And you put the round peg in the round hole on human resources. And when we are talking about human resources, we are talking about experts who are trained in different fields. I want to say in Uniosun, we have experts, we have doctors, we have different specialties, okay, that you cannot find in primary or secondary healthcare sector. So, and this in itself has gone a long way to drive us to ensure that we deliver the best at all times. So the second is quality service delivery. You know, we want to reduce the complaints of people and increase on the satisfaction of our people. We want people to be satisfied with our services. We want people to look back and say, yes, indeed, I'm in a teaching hospital setting. So in terms of quality service delivery, we want to make sure that the hospital stands what is meant to observe, you know, as a formidable teaching hospital. We are thinking about bringing on board, you know, a better innovation, technological innovation.
Great.
You know, EMR, having, you know, a lot of technologies into system. And, you know, everything is no more manual. You know, people are thinking of bringing science into medicine. So we are thinking of moving from the point of manual to the point of technology and in assisting humanity. We want to build our IGR, you know, there is no amount of money government can give us that can satisfy what we have in mind, the robust agenda that we have for this teaching hospital. So we want to ensure that we build, you know, on our IGR by expanding our services. There are some services that we are rendering at the moment that we need to expand. For instance, there is no ICU of note in Osun. If we, as a teaching hospital with almost 5 specialists anesthesiologists, we can expand the service there. It will increase our services. You know, our dialysis center can be expanded. You know, we can begin to do eye surgeries with especially that we have neurosurgical procedures and things like cardiothoracic procedures. This is what we are meant to do, and we need equipment to drive this.
All right.
Yes, thank
I
you.
know it's quite a whole lot.
It's a lot.
We will still talk about it
Yes.
because we will really want to shed greater light to so many things, and but time. But first of all, I will take our viewers back to that period where you were sworn in.
Okay.
You got the staff of office and quite a whole lot. Looking at the electoral process, we'll come back to talk about the electoral process.
Okay.
Who, how many people contested, vied for that position, and we'll look at what it looked like during the last administration and this present administration. Has the hospital fared well then or better at this point in time? We'll take this short break. We'll take you to that point and let's see what it looked like for Dr. Afolabi, Babatunde, Adeola, Emmanuel on this, and we'll be back. Please stay with us.
I want to thank all union leaders, the Wrestling Council, MDCAM, my chairman, ARD, and all union that has made this hospital what it is today. I want to share with you some of the vision I have for the future as we embark on this new chapter that we envision. I plan to have an enhanced patient care through initiative practices. We want to have enhanced collaboration in all our departments. A continued investment in staff development and welfare. Improve community engagement and outreaches. This is my pledge. My pledge is to uphold our hospital mission and values and foster a culture of transparency and accountability. Prioritize evidence-based medicine and research, and to support interdisciplinary collaboration. I want to believe that with this hospital will go on the height. And to do this, we have put together an action plan that is leveraged on what I term transformation agenda pillars. Number one, patient care, centered care, enhanced patient experience, safety and satisfaction. A clinical excellence, foster a culture of continuous quality improvement and innovation. Medical education, strengthen our teaching and our training programs. Research and innovation, promote cutting-edge research and collaborations. Operational efficiencies, streamline processes.
Welcome back. And that was part of the acceptance speech by the Chief Medical Director, Uniosun Teaching Hospital, Dr. Afolabi Adeola Babatunde Emmanuel. Once again, thank you.
Thank you very much, Javier.
Let's first of all go back to the electoral process that brought you in. How many people contested? Viad. I don't know why I keep saying, because you guys are not politicians now.
We are not politicians.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you that, you see, it's ever the first time the process will take this dimension.
Oh.
In the previous administrations, is by appointment. The executive, by the edict of the hospital, the executive governor has a prerogative power to appoint the CMD of the hospital.
Okay.
Whether within or even outside, he has the power. He's the one that holds the power. So, and he has appointed the board chairman who represent the governor as a board of governor, Right Honorable Idowu.
Yeah.
But in order to allow a very robust and fair play,
yes, sir.
This process took a different dimension. About 9 of us contested this election.
Really?
And in the process, we were interviewed, we submitted applications, and then we were subject to interview and also computer testing. So, and at the end of that, it was, all of us did well, but the 3 names were picked. that was sent to His Excellency, out of which one was picked.
Mm.
So I want to say that I am just like David, the young one that
Yeah.
God has favored, because those other have, um, they are also senior colleagues. They also did beautifully well. But when God has designed something, there is a way God allowed things to happen. So
Absolutely.
it actually passed through a process, and that process was concluded. And the Excellency appoints me as the CMD. I see it as the favor of God. And ever since I came, I have decided that no one is a winner and no one is a loser.
Absolutely.
So I have actually gone as far as to liaise and ask for collaboration of every other person that we have to, because that system is bigger than individual.
Absolutely.
So we need to borrow from their wild knowledge of experience,
Yes.
so that we can come. I officially wrote a letter, of collaboration to them, that I need the experience. And I want to tell you, they have been bringing ideas, fantastic ideas. So I want to seize the opportunity to appreciate them again for bringing ideas, not abandoning that. No, they have a spirit of sportsmanship.
That's a good. That's
a very wonderful one, which I sincerely appreciate.
I'm
And that
excited.
shows the kind of spirit and the mindset that they have. I celebrate them.
Oh, all right. I know you said you guys were 9. That's
We were
why
nine.
9.
Yes, we were 9.
But basically, let me just go back to someone like Professor Olaito.
Yes.
Amazing man. With all due respect, I've had the opportunity to sit down with him just like this, both here and our sister station, Rave 91.7 FM. Let's look at that administration and with what you intend to do. Do you feel you would want to continue with some of what he had done, or no, you're going to continue? Just start with yours.
Oh, well, I want to say that, well, I said I am privileged. Let me tell you why I say so.
Oh.
I have passed through all stages in Uniosun Teaching Hospital. I started as an house officer in Uniosun. I rose to the level of being a casualty officer.
Oh.
I was a registrar, a senior registrar. I rose to be an HOD, to be a CMAC. And I was the last CMAC for the last teaching hospital and the first CMAC for Uniosun Teaching Hospital. I served together with Professor Peter Babatunde Olaitan.
Before you go, because this
Chairman Medical Advisory Committee, who happens to be the Deputy CMD. I was the Deputy CMD of Professor Peter Babatunde Olaitan. And most of his agenda, when he was there, we did together. So it's the first time that immediate deputy will become the CMD. It's ever the first time that is happening in Uniosun Teaching Hospital.
Wow.
So I cannot but celebrate Professor Peter Babatunde Olaitan. We work together. He is a brother. I see him as a giant man, and I see him that all that we did, we have some of these templates together. So I quite understand from where we are coming from. And I will take it from there and build on a pedestal that will bring a lot of transformation agenda into the system. So I celebrate him.
And from here as well, we'd like to say congratulations to Professor Olaitan Babatunde, because yes, an amazing man to have met and start back to speak with. I'm honored to do this as well with another CMD at this moment in time. But now, I know there's a little bit of wahala. And the wahala is about our dear the health sector, the joint health sector union, Uniosun.
Yes.
Let's look at them for now. Have they called off their strike?
Well,
what's on ground at this point? Will you please let the cat out of the bag?
Yes, let me let the cat. I want to say that we enjoyed the partnership of Union in Uniosun Teaching Hospital. And it's just quite unfortunate that towards the tail end of Professor Peter Olaitan, they had to go on strike. And that strike is from the national. It was not declared at the local And I want to say that on the day of my resumption, I want to sincerely thank Uniosun Council of Uniosun Teaching Hospital. They came in their uniform to receive me. As I was entering through the gates, they were there waiting in their uniform, which shows acceptability.
Absolutely.
And they ushered me from the gate right through the staircase to Professor Peter Olaotensofe. So I want to believe that, on that fateful day, the strike has been called off. It has been called off, and we'll be working together. In fact, what amazed me was that on the day that I resumed office, they were on strike. Ideally, they shouldn't come because there is a sanction that is going to be placed on them for entry. And they felt the system is bigger than them. And when they were having their Uniosun Council, I left that place to meet them where they are holding the meeting. And they were shocked that, wow, why will you come? I said, no, I have to come. I'm part of you. I'm part of you. It's all about the system. And the system must run.
Absolutely.
So I want to seize the opportunity to sincerely appreciate the leadership of Uniosun Council. I've been meeting with different sectors in the institution. I've been having meetings with different groups, and they have been giving their support. And I believe that together, an individual can play a game.
Absolutely.
But the team wins the race.
Absolutely.
So we are going to win together. Thank you.
All right. And we say thank you to Uniosun as well. But then let's move a bit away from, but of course, I'm going to include Uniosun here. The brain drain system in Nigeria today is alarming. And not just alarming, it's scary. Because when you have best hands moving away from where we need them as well, how have you been able? You're new though, but you've been there.
Yes, I've been there.
How have you been able to really manage this brain drain at Uniosun Teaching Hospital?
Yes, thank you very much. Well, I want to say that there are two dimensions to brain drain. There is this concept of vertical brain drain and horizontal brain drain. The vertical brain drain has to do with somebody that travels from here to abroad. You go to UK, you go to that. We have a lot of that. The second is horizontal, moving from here to teaching hospital that is paying better than our teaching hospital. I want to say that His Excellency has done so well. That Senator Adeola has done so well by paying some of the emoluments of these workers. And that makes us have a comparison between us and other sister teaching hospitals. So at that level, it blocks the horizontal transfer. Wow. That was the initial problem that we are facing. Now, the vertical brain drain, we can't do nothing about it. Because a doctor that is working in US, for instance, collecting 10 million naira per month, the highest doctor in the teaching hospital cannot collect 1/10 of that. Okay. And if you get an opportunity to travel, definitely you want to go there. So, but what we do, Excellency has also assisted us that we should do replacement. Now, once somebody drop letter of resignation and his name is out of the payroll, we have the opportunity of bringing back somebody to replace that individual, particularly as a doctor or as a nurse. Okay. So, and again, we have defended our budget this year. We believe that our government will assist us in ensuring that we have better hands, and then we have additional staff that is going to be of assistance to our services in that teaching hospital. So, both horizontal and vertical government has done, but they still need to do more. Thank you very much.
I know you're a busy man, and I would like to say thank you for this honor. I remember why we started talking, you said, even as at this early morning, you had done 2 surgeries, and I look at the time like, really? So I wouldn't want to hold you down too much. Okay. Now, your message to Osun people, most especially, as much as we're being watched virtually around the world, to us here, and for us here in Osun State, what do we have, what can we put at the back of our minds concerning Uniosun Teaching Hospital, and most especially public health institution right here in Osun State? Can we still rely, can we still believe in them?
Okay. I want to thank you again because we are bringing, it's a new dawn. And we are bringing in this transformation agenda that I talked about. And I want to believe that we want complaints to be less and more people to be satisfied. So we are looking at a teaching hospital that is going to address the head needs of people. We are looking at a hospital that will be friendly. In fact, I've changed the narration of Uniosun. Every staff of teaching hospital now see Uniosun as my hospital. Good. Because the concept of this is Uniosun is different. It's my hospital. If you have a child, you want your child to eat, you want your child to go to school, the same thing we want to do with that teaching hospital. So I want to seize this opportunity to tell everyone all over the world that Uniosun Teaching Hospital has been transformed in terms of culture of unity, culture of delivering the best of services at all times. You are sure of getting the best of treatment at all times. And I can assure you, my staffs are ready and they will be willing to give you the best of care at all times. So please feel free to come to Uniosun Teaching Hospital. Forget about the old time event, the old time complaints, but see a new time, a new arena. And the government has promised to also support us because we need a lot of things in that hospital. Most of our equipment are obsolete. And then government will come to our aid to ensure that all those things come to, because if you have specialists without equipment, if you have specialists without the best issues, and we have declared state of emergency in 4 areas. There are the first one is in pharmacy, that we want to have zero tolerance to no availability of drugs. We want to declare state of emergency on radiology, that you can't come to the hospital and say you can't do radiological services. We want to do it on consumables. We want to ensure that consumables are readily available in the hospital, and our laboratory services is optimal. These 4 areas, they are key to quality service delivery. And we are sure that if government comes to our aid, give us subventions, give us grants, we are assured that these areas will be properly funded with a committee system. We will put committee in place that will revolve. It will be a revolving scheme. For instance, if I put 5 million, 50 million naira in pharmacy, we revolve it. We have a benchmark of 100 million. And anything outside that 100 million can be revolved back into the system. So that money will make available drug at all times. The same thing in the laboratory, the same thing in consumable, the same thing in radiology. And at the end of the day, you find a very swift and a beautiful system that we can run with. Thank you.
I can't but get excited as much as I don't want to fall ill. So I think there's always a need to come do certain checkups at all times. And
and again, let me put this across,
yes, sir,
that we want to have a friendly hospital. You don't have to be sick to come to the hospital. Coming to the hospital for checkup, coming to hospital because it's like your body is like a machine. You have a car. Most of us will prefer to service our car rather than servicing our body. Okay, your vehicle has run 100 kilometers, 100 miles away. You want to service. Let's service our bodies too. So we're going to have West People's Clinic, where people who are well will go and get themselves tested. This is part of our agenda.
Wow. Now I think I can laugh properly now. Thank you so much for taking time out with us this morning, and we wish you the very best. And trust us here. We'll always say it and show it to the world as it's happening at Uniosun Teaching Hospital.
Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. It's an honor. I have been speaking with the Chief Medical Director at Uniosun Teaching Hospital, Dr. Afolabi Babatunde Adeola Emmanuel. And once again, on behalf of our chairman, I would like to congratulate him, wishing him and his team the very best, because it's a teamwork.
It's a teamwork.
Please, just as usual, those of us that know you, please carry on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
I'm grateful.
All right. And at this point in time, we'll move on to other things. And we've always said, whatever you do positively, legally, and you are excited, you're happy that you're doing them, it's your work is surely your pride. And we'll come up with that amid so many other segments that we want to show to you on the program Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. Stay with us.
Let's go, let's go. We want to drink our money. Drink too much money. Wow. Listen up.
My name is Adeola Sonny Farende. I'm the CEO of 32 Cake. Baker ni mí, mo ti ń ṣe láti bí 15 years now. A máa ń ṣe cake, a máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi fruits, a máa ń ṣe watermelon fruit, tiger nut, zobo, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan la máa ń ṣe níbí báyìí. Mo lọ kí ọ̀rẹ́ mi nìbàdàn. So hairdresser lọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn. Ìgbà tí mo lọ kí woman kan wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ wa tó máa ń ṣe cake. Ó máa ń ṣe snacks gan, ó máa ń ṣe egg roll. Mo wá máa ń béèrè pé báwo ni ẹ̀yin ṣe wọnú egg roll yẹn. Mo wá ní iṣẹ́ yẹn dẹ̀ wù mí, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, mo fẹ́ lọ kọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi wá ní ìwọ tó lówó lọ́wọ́ ló fẹ́ lọ kọ́ṣẹ́. Mo wá ní ó dẹ̀ wù mí, ṣé wàá mú mi lọ? Ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló wá dúró fún mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí àǹtí níbi iṣẹ́ yẹn. Ọ̀gá mi yẹn gan sọ pé òun ò lè gbà mí o. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lówó lọ́wọ́ báyìí. Ó ní ó wù mí lọ́kàn láti kọ́ iṣẹ́ yẹn ni. So ọ̀rẹ́ mi yẹn ló dúró fún mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n tó dúró fún mi lọ́jọ́ yẹn níbi tí mo ti lọ kọ́ṣẹ́ yẹn. So àtìgbà yẹn mo like iṣẹ́ yẹn gan. Ìgbà tí mo kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí kí n tó marry ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. So ìgbà tí mo marry tán, ọkọ mi lóun ò gbà kí n ṣiṣẹ́ cake. Ó ní iṣẹ́ cake báwo? Open shop fún mi, mo ń ta pampers. Company gan ló wá máa ń kọjá fún mi. But at the end of the day, iṣẹ́ yẹn gan ló wù mí. So mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí kí n máa ṣe chin-chin ìgbà tọ́kọ mi ò gbà. Shop tó gbà fún mi yẹn náà mo máa ń ta chin-chin. Mo máa ń ṣe donut, mo máa ń ṣe puff-puff. Ọkọ mi ò tẹ̀ ní yà sọ́nà bí ó máa bínú. Ìní kan pé òun irú nǹkan wo ni mo fẹ́ máa ta. But ìgbà tó rí pé mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn pé àwọn èèyàn ń béèrè oríṣiríṣi nǹkan lọ́wọ́ mi, tó bá padà wá rí pé mo ti ta nǹkan tí mo ṣe yẹn tán, wá wò pé ó jẹ́ kí n help ẹ pẹ̀lú business tó lè fẹ́ ṣe yìí. So ilé náà dẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn mo máa ń bake nílé. Gbogbo ìgbà tí kò gbà kí n ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn mo máa ń bake. Tá bá lálejò, cake ni mo máa fi ṣe wọ́n lálejò pẹ̀lú drinks. Mo máa ń bake nílé, mo máa ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi nǹkan nílé. Ẹ̀gbọ́n ọkọ mi tó wà ní Canada ní America, ìyẹn ló ní pé cake ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa ń fine gan. Ó jẹ́ kó máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn náà. Ó ní mi ò wò pé iṣẹ́ yẹn jẹ́ ó ní jẹ́ kó máa ṣe, ó jẹ́ yẹn wà òkè. So ilé ni mo ti máa ń gba wedding cake, mo ti máa ń gba birthday cake, inú ilé ni mo ti máa ń ṣe ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn. Ọkọ mi tó wá help mi, tó gba big shop fún mi pé kí n máa ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn níbi. Iṣẹ́ yìí, iṣẹ́ gidi ni, iṣẹ́ tó wà òkè ni. Oríṣiríṣi èèyàn ni mo ti bá pàdé, àwọn èèyàn láti travel. Cake mi gan wọ́n máa ń gbé lọ travel. Ẹlòmíà sọ pé cake tó wà ní US pé cake tó máa ń rọ̀ ni. Báwọn like cake mi gan, wọ́n máa ń gbé cake mi travel. So iṣẹ́ yìí mo like ẹ̀ gan. So àwọn ọmọ tí mo ti train nípasẹ̀ táwọn náà ti wà òkè, tán ti dá dúró, wọ́n pọ̀ gan. Cake baking òun ni iṣẹ́ mi, iṣẹ́ tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni. It's my work, it's my pride.
Obviously, this is my own work, and seriously, it is my pride. I love what I do any day, anytime. Thank you, Mrs. Farmi Nola. I think I Eniola, Farmi Nola, something like I got that. And thank you for the snacks. I enjoy the snacks. It's still been in my stomach for over 3 weeks now. So then there's an issue there. All right, whatever you do and you love what you do and it's bringing you joy positively, it's your work. That work is to be your pride. That's why we go out there every time to look at you and bring it to the notice for people to see that, look, hey, even if you're a bricklayer, you're a mechanic, whatever you do, as long as you're doing it and it's positive, it's not something illegal, it should be your pride, no doubt about it. All right, welcome back to the other segment of the show. My second guest is well seated, and luckily for me, probably one of she's the CMD of her outfit. But not the medical, not chief medical. She's the chief money director of our outfit. It's a delight. It's a pleasure to welcome with me, Yetunde Are. Morning to you, Yetunde.
Good morning.
And do you rest at all?
I do.
You do. I don't. But it's fine. It's fine. Good to have you once again.
Thank you.
Yetunde Are is Yetunde. Sorry, I was saying Yetunde Are.
Awe.
It's my dear friend and sister Yetunde Are. Bola Are's daughter. Okay, yeah. But then Yetunde Are, she's a founder of Payless Shop More Nigeria. She combines her entrepreneurial drive with her commitment to youth and women's development. But with experience in various groups and communities focused on these causes, Yetunde is dedicated to promoting intentional living faith, love, service, and positive impact. Okay, she is she's a writer or author. She's written 2 books, and many more still coming. I will put this to your faces very shortly. But then let's get to know who Yetunde is and what has driven you. I know it's not a Kurokwe that drove you, but what has driven you to the point of you studied accounting. You obtained the BS in accounting from Covenant University and MSc in banking and finance from Eastern Mediterranean University, and you're writing books. Why are you not in the banking sector? Tell us the story a bit.
Okay. Although I still use my experience as an accountant in my business. But writing, what propelled me into writing? I grew up in Lagos, Agege, to be specific.
You must have eaten quite a whole lot of Agege bread there.
A whole lot. So growing up in that environment,
yes.
I would see young people just wasting away on the streets, losing themselves, and I was always bothered. When I look at young people just loitering around, I feel something deep inside me. I'm like, these are potentials that are being wasted. These are strengths that are underutilized. Energetic, vibrant young men and women that I feel like they could do something, And I thought, what can I do? What can I do? I'm just one person. I'm not in any position of authority, but what can I do? And also because from a very tender age, I conversed with a lot of older women. And, I would follow my mom to church and women meetings. And I would hear some of the things that women also talk about, their struggles, their challenges, how they wish they could do more for themselves. And those things, they've always bothered me. So every time I always thought about it, what can I do? What can I do? So I decided 2016, I decided I'm going to start putting my thoughts into writing. And that was how I began writing.
2016?
2016.
That's about 8 years ago.
Yes.
Let's go straight to these amazing books you have here. Embracing Your Journey, The Road to Finding Meaning in Life, and Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence. Let me start with Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence first. What's this all about? What's this book called? This particular Breaking the Book of Comfortable Silence, what's it all about?
Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence addresses women more. It's about women rediscovering themselves beyond marriage. It's about women finding purpose about women not losing their vibrancy and their intelligence and their passion in marriage. You know, you find out that a lot of women, once they get married, they lose all those good things in them, those good stuffs in them. You don't see it anymore. It's like they're so comfortable and relaxed. And sometimes, you know, they are very burdened with a lot of responsibilities and they don't know how to balance the roles of being a mother, being a daughter to someone, being a sister, being a wife, you know. And because of all these responsibilities, they become very frustrated. You know, when a woman is not fulfilled, she becomes frustrated and, you know, you start to resent your spouse, especially when you see your spouse, you know, getting promotion, your spouse doing the things they want to do, but you as a woman, you don't get to do all those stuffs, you know. You see women now saying, oh, men are this, men are that, men are scums. But, you know, it's because a lot of times women have not come to realize the realization that they also have to step out of their comfort zone, you know, even if you don't have someone cheering you up. Like the Bible says that David encouraged himself in the Lord. Encourage yourself also to step forward and do those things that you really want to do, you know, and impact the world. We want to hear your voice also as a woman. We want to see women doing those good stuffs.
Breaking the chains of comfort zone is more about women. And yeah, I've seen it at the back page here. You do more of women advocacy and you tend to. But then, were there instances you probably have seen or heard about women's challenges and this that actually brought about this book?
A whole lot, a
Oh
whole
my
lot.
goodness.
Like I said earlier, from a tender age, I'll follow my mom to women meetings. You know, I would converse with older women for some reason that I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are older women, you know, and I would hear their challenges, and even young married women.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I would also observe generally people that I know, how they've been so great at what they do before they got married, and then once they get married, you just see like it's like you just see that you don't hear anything about them any longer. In this book, I actually narrated a lot of stories, you know.
Wow.
Yes, I narrated a lot of stories, gave examples of women and also solutions out of this crisis and this silence.
One of the major things of course, as a married man as well, communication. Uh, does this book speak to that for women and how communication should look like?
Yes, there's a page that addresses communication.
Okay.
Yes, in the book.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times as young individuals before we get married,
Yes.
we don't talk about a lot of things. We are so engulfed with the fact that I want to be with this person. You know, those hormones and all those butterflies in your belly,
Yes.
and you just want to be with that person, lovey-dovey and all that. But, you know, we don't talk about some of the challenges that we might face. We don't talk about navigating motherhood with your spouse. You don't talk about, okay, how do we balance responsibilities when we get married? So communication before, during, after marriage is really vital. And you know, there are a lot of areas that we also need to consider when we're talking about communication between spouses. Active listening. Partners, we need to listen to each other carefully to understand and not just to speak. So active listening plays a deep role. You saying, oh, I feel we should do this, rather than you said this, you know, I personalizing our conversations with our partner, respectful communication between partners. So all these are very, very important.
Let's talk about embracing your journey, the road to finding meaning in life. The road to finding meaning in life. That's deep. What is this book? What does it tell us? What's it all about?
Embracing your journey, even from the title of the book,
Yeah.
you can tell, embracing your journey, the road to finding meaning to life. It simply tells you that life is a journey. We are all, it's like we are all heading towards an unknown destination.
Yes.
And so we're all taking daily steps towards that destination that we do not know. But what do we do along this path? What do we do along this road? How do we navigate some of the challenges that we face? How do we find meaning in our life experiences?
Mm.
What do we do when it feels like we do not understand life anymore? So finding meaning in your experiences and being present at every stage of your life, the challenges, the joys, the victories. Be present. Be present. Your body, your mind, your soul must be connected, you know. So basically that's what embracing your journey is all about.
And of course, this seems to be encompassing. Everybody has a journey
Yes.
you have to pass through in life. And for this, embracing your journey, how did the inspiration? And basically, let me just say, how does this inspiration? You pick it from what you see around, from what you watch. How do you put together all this?
You know, so I would also say it's the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, because sometimes, like the title "Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence," I was just in my office, you know, I was just relaxing in my office, and that title just came, "Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence," and I wrote it down, and I started writing. You know, embracing your journey is a little bit personal, because I looked at the journey of my life. I wrote a little bit about myself also
Okay.
in the book. I looked at the journey of my life and I just found it very fascinating. You know, I spoke about some of the challenges I also face and the ones I'm still facing, you know, and I've handled some of those challenges. And those things, my personal journey also motivated me into writing the book Embracing Your Journey.
I know, though our esteemed viewers would love to pick up this. If they're interested, how do they get either of this?
It's very easy. You could get the book at Payless Shop Mall Supermarket Dada Estate Oshogbo if you reside anywhere around Oshogbo.
Okay.
And you can also get it on Seller. Just go to Google, type the name of the book, Embracing Your Journey or Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence by Yetunde Awe. You will see it on Seller, you see it on Amazon, and just click the link and it will take you through. You pay with your card, you know, then delivery and all that, and you get it. It's quite easy.
Your message to us all. You are a step ahead when it comes to putting things, something like this, and with your vast experience in life. What's that message, especially to married couples, where communication is a problem? How can they resolve?
To married couples, I would say take time to understand your partner. Take time. You need to be intentional. When it comes to marriage, intentionality very, very important. Take time to understand your partner. Don't assume, because things that you could find, oh, this is not really important, it might be important to the other person. So take time to understand the person and love the person the same way the person wants to be loved. Don't try to love someone the way you understand or the way you want to be loved, or don't try to communicate with someone the way you feel you should be communicated. Try to understand your partner. How does this person want me to communicate with him or her? And that helps a lot. Intentionality. Be intentional.
I think I'm going to really take that intentionality aspect about it. Now, I know usually it's on social media, and
Yes.
most of us, if not all, would love to communicate with you via your social handles. Please, can you reel that out for us, please?
Okay, so on Instagram, you will find me Yetunde Adeuja _Awe. Adeuja. It's
Oh,
spelled Adeuja. Adeuja. Yetunde Adeuja _Awe. And on Facebook, you'll find me on Yetunde Adeuja. Same thing with TikTok.
All right, and these are your first work, or you first?
Yes.
Of course, we will expect more, I guess.
Definitely.
That's assuring. All right, it's a pleasure, and I'd like to say well done, congratulations to this ones, and
Thank
many
you.
more to come. You
Amen.
can be rest assured, just like I'll tell people when I see you doing positive things like this, you can always be rest assured that us here at Western Spring Television, Rave 91.7 FM, will always be there to support your good work.
Thank you.
Yetunde Aware is someone who is driven by passion to inspire spiritually grounded, value-oriented young individuals and empower women to realize the fulfillment that comes from harnessing their God-given potentials. And writings reflect this purpose, igniting hope and motivation in our readers. So please admonish us. Let's just try go get any of those books, Embracing Your Journey, The Road to Finding Meaning in Life, and Breaking the Chains of Comfortable Silence. On Amazon, you can definitely do that. And also at Payless Shop More, Nigeria Dada Estate right here in Oshogbo. If you are in Oshogbo, thanking you indeed today.
Thank
Keep
you
up
so
the
much.
good work.
Thank you,
Right.
sir.
We'll take a short break at this point in time. When I return, we'll talk about quite a whole lot of other things before I say BYE. Stay with us.
Oranges are round colored citrus fruits that grow on trees. They originally came from China, but today these nutrient powerhouses are grown in warm climates around the world. There are many different varieties of oranges. Some are sweet and some are sour. Common types include Navel, Mandarin, Caracara, blood oranges, Valencia, Seville, Jaffa. Every type of orange has more than 100% of your recommended daily amount of vitamin C. That's more than any other citrus fruit. All you have to do to get this key vitamin is peel and eat. Nutrition in oranges. One medium-sized orange has 60 calories, no fat or sodium, 3 grams of fiber, 12 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, 14 micrograms of vitamin A, 70 milligrams of vitamin C, 6% of your daily recommended amount of calcium, 237 milligrams of potassium, 15.4 grams of carbohydrates. The vitamin C in oranges helps your body in lots of ways. Protects yourself from damage, helps your body make collagen, a protein that heals wounds and gives you smoother skin. Makes it easier to absorb iron to fight anemia. Boosts your immune system, your body's defense against germs. Slows the advance of age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss. Helps fight cancer, causing free radicals. When you're feeling anxious, vitamin C can also lower your levels of the stress hormone, cortisol, and your blood pressure. Some other benefits: anti-inflammatory. Some food tell your immune system it's under attack. This causes inflammation. When inflammation turns into a long-term problem, it can trigger diabetes, heart diseases, arthritis, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. Oranges have the opposite effect. Fiber. The 3 grams of fiber in a medium orange help keep your bowels healthy, your cholesterol and risk of heart disease low, and ulcers at bay. Fiber also slows the way your body absorbs sugar, a big bonus if you have diabetes. Calcium. Oranges are high in this important nutrient, which keeps your bones, organs, and muscles strong. Folate for moms and babies. Oranges are a great way to get a big dose of folate naturally. Your body uses it to divide cells and make DNA because it helps prevent birth defects. It's an especially important B vitamin for pregnant women. Good sugar. The 12 grams of sugar in an orange are all natural. That's different from the kind of sugar you'd get in a candy bar, plus all the fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that come with an orange make it a much better choice for your body. Choose raw oranges, which have less sugar than the dried kind. Potassium. This nutrient lowers your blood pressure, and oranges have a bunch of it. Citric acid and citrates. This compound helps prevent kidney stones from forming. Health risk of oranges. Sometimes you can get too much of a good thing, though this mainly applies to the supplement form. Too much vitamin C at one time could give your body more fiber and sugar than it needs. Watch out for nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramps, headache, and insomnia. Oranges are high in acid, and that can make symptoms of GERD worse. If you're taking beta blockers, too many oranges could increase your potassium intake and lead to kidney damage. If your body stores iron than it needs, a condition called hemochromatosis, high doses of vitamin C can add more iron and damage your tissues. Vitamin C may also increase absorption from medicines that contain aluminium like phosphate binders and increase your estrogen levels if you're on hormone replacement therapy. As for orange juice, you might get some extra sugar and lose some fiber in the trade-off. Too much fruit juice can also lead to weight gain, which can raise your risk of heart disease, especially in middle age. But both all oranges and their juice are good for you.
A typical Nigerian vegetable salad calls for an assortment of colorful vegetables, and whenever I am making a batch of vegetable salad, I always love to go all out with the veggies. In this video, I'll be making use of some white cabbage, some carrots, lettuce, sweet corn, kidney beans, bell peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. You'd also be needing a salad bowl to help keep your vegetables fresh in the fridge. This wooden one I got on Amazon is my favorite, and it helps keep my salad fresh for up to a week in the fridge. The beauty of any salad is in how well you cut the vegetables. Remember, we eat with our eyes first, and so taking time to cut the vegetables correctly will determine the overall look of the salad. With a very sharp knife and a chopping board, you can achieve the best cuts. I'm starting with the cabbage. Cut the cabbage in half. Take one half and set the other aside. The cabbage has beautiful patterns that can help guide your cuts, and it's important that you follow the patterns to achieve the perfect look. Place the knife on the side of the cabbage and start cutting out tiny strips following the pattern. Be sure to make the strips as tiny and uniform in shape as possible. Now, this is exactly how you want the strip cuts to look like, guys. Continue cutting until you get to the core of the cabbage and then discard the core. If you're making a large batch of salad, you can use up all of the cabbage. If not, you can wrap the rest in foil paper and store in the crisper part of your fridge for up to 1 month. Place the shredded cabbage on a plate and set aside. Next, we move to the carrots. I always use a box grater to shred my carrots. The box grater has different shaped cuts, but I personally like to use this one with the big oval shaped holes. Just grab a carrot, hold it straight up with your hand, and then brush it against the grater. This will give you long strips that look similar to the cabbage. But remember to hold the carrots in an upright position to achieve this, okay? When you're done shredding, lift the grater up to reveal the shredded carrots. You guys, this is always my favorite part when shredding carrots. I'm always so excited to lift the grater up and reveal the beautiful carrot shreds. Look at that, guys. Such a sight to behold. Now place the shredded carrots on a plate and set aside. The lettuce also gets a good shred. Place all the lettuce leaves in the same direction and run the knife through, starting from the root to the top. You guys, the crunch from the lettuce always gives me so much life. Place on the plate and set aside. For the cucumber, cut out the two ends and discard. Then cut the cucumber in half and then in quarters. Take out the inner part that contains the seeds. Then cut each quarter in strips and then in small dices. The tomatoes also gets a good chopping as well. Tomatoes are very optional and I try to avoid them because they go bad really quickly and may spoil the whole salad. What I do is I chop them up and then I store them separately. When I want a salad, I add them to the plate of salad I'm about to eat. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm adding them to my salad bowl. If you want a pop of red color in your salad, you can use red bell peppers as a substitute. Remember that red bell peppers are not peppery at all. They don't have any peppery sensation at all. They're really, really sweet and can be added to your salads. Hard-boiled eggs are a must-add in a Nigerian salad. Just boil the eggs, allow to cool slightly, peel off the shell, and then cut in slices. The vegetables are all cut now. I gave my sweet corn and kidney beans a good rinse. It's all a matter of assembling all of the vegetables in my salad bowl. I always like to assemble the vegetables in layers. That way I don't have to worry about mixing them all together. And I find that it also helps make it look pretty as well. With each scoop, you get a bit of everything. So start with some cabbage, followed by carrots, then some lettuce, cucumber, sweet corn, kidney beans, and tomatoes. Repeat the same process until you have exhausted all of the cut vegetables. You do not necessarily have to follow the same pattern. You can create your own pattern. And then please also note that you can use any preferred vegetables of your choice. It's totally up to you, okay? Like to pay extra attention to the top because that's what anyone will see first, and a pretty looking salad will be very inviting. So ensure that all the vegetables you are using make an appearance at the top. They have to be evenly distributed at the top so that at first glance anyone can tell what vegetables are in the salad bowl. And of course, it just makes it look so nice. Finally, top with some hard-boiled egg slices if you choose to add them. Now that definitely looks like a pretty salad bowl to me and will definitely attract the attention of anyone who loves a good salad. You can enjoy your salad on its own with a salad dressing or cream, or even with some chicken, or you can enjoy as a side dish with a main dish.
And please do yourself that favor and get that nutrition inside of you. Looking at the way the salad was prepared, let's enjoy ourselves, and not until there's an urgent need. Once in a while, let's prepare things like this and let's enjoy it. It's beautiful. Uh, so please take a cue from us here, and let's do this for ourselves and for our families. And it's a pleasure being here today. We'll be back again next week, Saturday, on another edition of this program, Spring Delight from Western Spring Television. Thanking you for being a part of us, for taking time out to be with us on this show, and most especially to our producers, to the directors, the camera team, the sound man, everybody who was in one way or the other supported us to bring this production to you. Thank you for being there. Tunde Idowu is my name. It's Irresistible TD on X. And I will say, let's do the needful and let's always, always put a smile on the faces of others. I'll see you next.